We are all set for the Tissot sprint to get underway here at the Losail International Circuit for what is round 4 of the 2025 MotoGP campaign. Well, here we go then. Time to get ready to go racing. Hello everybody, welcome up to the commentary box, and we're all set. What are we going to witness? What strange phantasmagoria is Marc Marquez going to bring to us ahead of race number 1? It is time to find out. Here it comes then for the start of the session. Let's head pop down to Susie.
You're looking at Fabio Quartararo on the front row. He is in a Ducati sandwich. We're going sprint racing now, your commentators, Neil Hodgson and Gavin Emmett.
Thank you very much, Susie. Yeah, the desert air warm, but the track has cooled to a perfect temperature. The stakes sky high as we get ready to race here in Qatar. A Saturday night sprint under the glare of the floodlights where there's nowhere to hide. Marc Marquez starts from a 4th consecutive pole. Good evening from Qatar and under the...
All set to go then for the first time in the Tissot sprint here at the Losail International Circuit. Welcome to what is the only night race on the MotoGP calendar, and Marc Marquez once again starts on pole position. Here's your full starting grid then coming into this one, and it really is going to be a confusing one with the tyre update. Tissot has switched to the medium rear, has Pecco Bagnaia. Marc Marquez on pole position from Alex Marquez and Fabio Quartararo on the front row. Then it's Franco Morbidelli from Fabio Di Giannantonio and Maverick Vinales. Zarco, then Aldeguer and Rins. Aguirre, Bagnaia and Acosta takes us before Bezzecchi, Martin, Marini, Miller, Raul Fernandez, Binder, then Augusto Fernandez ahead of Bastianini, Chantra and Juan Mir right at the back. Welcome to what is going to be a very interesting run. Everybody is on the medium front compound tyre. Only a couple are on the soft rear. That's Vinales, Zarco, Rins, Acosta, Marini, Miller, Binder and Somkat Chantra. Juan Mir has withdrawn from this event after feeling ill, so he's not going to be in this event. Alongside me is Imberge at the other end of the commentary box. Welcome, Dad, back in. Megan's covering the end of the Formula 1 qualifying due to a red flag, so I've taken the hot seat all over. She's got the hot seat over there. What are you expecting?
I am the doctor.
I can't hear you that much. Go on, check it.
I am the doctor. The doctor.
Are you going to be Valentino Rossi then?
Yeah.
Is your mic on?
I think so.
Yeah, put it closer.
Pretty closer.
There you go, I can hear you now. How are you?
I don't know. It was an exciting time earlier, wasn't it? Right. I think Bagnaia will get this.
Really? Over Marc Marquez?
Yeah, because I just want to spice it up a bit.
Oh, well, that'll be a bit spicy. I wonder how far I can lean back. Oh, I can actually properly stand for the start then. I'll do me. Because I don't like sitting down for commentary. I'll sit down during the race, but I like standing. It gives you more energy and more oomph for a race. So here we go then. There's a lot actually taking part at the back on the grid, so we'll wait to see if that changes anything going forward. This will be reigning world champion Jorge Martin's first race start in the Aprilia, of course, and he will enter a whole new era. He hasn't raced all this Aprilia. He's barely done anything on it. It's surprised he actually got this much going forward. But coming in, I'm trying to see where he is, but he's right to the top. For the first time, if I hold up my notes up here in the commentary box, there he is, look, number 1, Jorge Martin. He's taken the first honours. This will be his 75th Moto GP start, and he's first with the Aprilia. He's 174th overall in his career.
The sprint race, though, are different, aren't they? I mean, it's all out. You have no rest. There's no saving of tyres. It's just go for it. And I think Bagnaia might just try and go for it. You watch him go off at the first.
There we go. Good here now. It is a go moment. It is a go opportunity. Green flag's at the back. Red flag will be taken away. We're all set then and ready to go for the Tissot sprint. Green flag at the back. All eyes to the lights. Revs are up. Ready for a start. And pull the throttle back as we go racing, and it's a good start from Quartararo. Mark has blitzed it down towards turn 1. Alex is still going to try and keep on the inside line. Look at D'Antonio, is going to get caught out by Binder into the first corner. Alex just tails into second position. Quartararo stays off in third, not even attempting an overtake into that first part. So everyone through cleanly so far. Brilliant getaway as they move into turns 3 and 4. Marc Marquez leading from Alex Marquez, Fabio D'Antonio, Franco Morbidelli, Fermin Aldeguer, and on the inside there goes, that's Aldeguer getting ahead of Morbidelli, goes wide. Morbidelli on the inside, cutting back, sweet move to cut in. Zarco's also jumping back. We've lost time delta, and there we go, 11 to go, 3 wide, including Zarco on the outside line. Is that with, well, that's got to be with Fermin Aldeguer again, because Alex up at the front, so it's all happening further back, but this time it's with Fabio D'Antonio coming in. Morbidelli in 4th place, holding back, and that's Acosta battling with Bagnaia, who's now still in 9th position after his crash in quali.
Good safe start. Did you notice that the right hand side of the grid had more traction than the left?
Zarco on the inside of Fermin Aldeguer. I didn't expect it to get that hot that quick, to be fair. That was quite an energetic little run around. I was 90% convinced that there would be an accident there, but they somehow just managed to hold it together. So Bagnaia now, we're riding with him. You're right, that right-hand side got a much better start down towards that first corner than we were expecting. Keep an eye on that for the race tomorrow, though. Mark is not pulling out the gap I thought he would be, as several riders having to sort of sit up mid-corner. They don't want to have an accident this early as well, and there's half points on the line as they're coming on the inside. There's Bagnaia getting ahead of D'Antonio for 8th position. And Aldeguer just behind him, over the line then. And now watch the Ducatis with the slipstream power as Alex pulls to the inside of his brother. It's such a long straight here, over a kilometre. Was that a drone or something flying down the track as Alex Marquez takes the lead? But Mark's going right back up the inside of him. The brothers are getting their elbows out, and Morbidelli's just watching it as he has got ahead now as well of Fabio Quartararo. They are not giving anything one bit about.
They use drones, don't they, instead of helicopters here?
Yeah, and I thought it was something like that flying down. Just a big black sort of square flew in front of the cameras. We were all thinking, what on earth was going on? So Alex Marquez still closing in and still holding in. We'll still see what he's going to say about this later on in the race. So far, so good. And I think that's how we like to see it, really, this stage in the race. So, watching on, Marquez leading by 0.1 of a second. The championship would now go back to him by 2 points. Remember, Alex is leading by a single point to Mark as things currently stand in the championship as well. After all his second places this year so far, but he's had 3 sprint wins in his career.
I was wrong about Bagnaia. Look at him, he's fallen back behind Acosta now.
Yeah, he's stuck in 9th place, isn't he, as well? And Digi's down 5 places, Rins down 6. He's the worst from the starting positions. Up 4 for Pedro Acosta, though. And there we see now Bagnaia falling behind Fabio D'Antonio. So Bagnaia's only moved up a single place from where he started earlier on in this event. In fact, now I'd say he started 11th, didn't he? So he's really out of position after crashing in quali. And Morbidelli on a year-old bike. It's not that old. It's not that different with the GP24 bike with the VR46s and the Evolution still coming through. And yeah, it's just holding together. Now watch this again. Watch Alex. He's going to have such a great momentum down towards turn 1, but Mark's going to know it. He's going to force him towards the pit wall as much as he possibly can. Alex knows he'll get the toe because there's so much sand around this circuit that you'll start to get it on your tyre, and then it affects your braking into the first corner. It's basically like an ice rink trying to get around this circuit, and the wind's up as well. It's blown up. It's now at 3 kilometres over in Bahrain, which is literally just over the pond. It takes about an hour to get from the Losail circuit to the Shakir circuit. That wind over there is at about, it's blustering between 3 and 10 kilometres. That's what caused Esteban Ocon to fly into the wall in the previous session. As up the inside, that's the Trackhouse making a move as well. Ayagura now making his way up the field as well. That's passed on Pecco. No, yeah, that is passed on Pecco Bagnaia, and Martin's got him. Martin's going for him on the inside. There he is. Look on the Aprilia. Former world champions battling together, and Martin in his first race back immediately reminds Bagnaia who's boss on the inside. He's got his teammate behind him in Bezzecchi as well.
It's supposed to be the painted concrete. That is where the dust is coming from. The sand that's blowing off that. Whereas with the gravel traps, it's actually been trapped in between the gravel traps. So you know, you're getting more grip in the gravel trap areas. You know?
Did you see Martin twitch there mid-corner and how he had to save it with his legs?
I know, it made me think about what I should be saying.
He's gone wide coming out. He's nearly touching the blue paint as well, just keeping it through. This is through the long sweeping turns 12, 13 and 14. It's a triple right-hander. It's the hardest for Martin with his wrist and his hand and his arm. It's all swollen up on his left side. You're holding onto the bike more with your left than you are on your right. In fact, you're trying not to use your right hand through those corners, otherwise you pull the bike down underneath you. And that's what we've seen several times in the Moto 3 and the Moto 2 rides so far. So Bagnaia apparently went wide. That's why he dropped down to 12th position coming out of the back half. It's clear track at the moment. Track temperature 33 degrees, air temperature 29, wind only at 2 kilometres. 43 is the percentage of rain. Ralph Fernandez has dropped back to a couple of positions as well as they come in. Only 8 laps to go then here in the Tissot sprint. It's a short sprint, which is given its name, and that's Rins just dropped back massively. We know he did have a bad start, but this is a shocker compared to what we're seeing. Let's take a look at see the grid possession. We'll open that up for you on the computer monitor for you. Yeah, biggest shock. Bagnaia's moved up no places whatsoever. Bastianini's up 3, Miller's down 2, Martin's up 2. Binder, the biggest winner, he's up 5 places from where he started. Still holding together, that's the lead group.
You know, at this point in the race, they're just sizing each other up, aren't they? Just, I think Marquez and his brother are going to be pushed by Morbidelli and Quartararo's having a great race.
I was looking for that. I've just knocked one of your pens off. I'll get that in a minute.
It's only the best one.
It's not actually, but here comes on the inside once again. More overtakes from underneath. That's Fermin Aldeguer getting ahead out of there as well. Just wanted to make an adjustment to Martin on my notes here as well. It's his first start with Aprilia. And his first start in over 108 days, which is what I wanted to note down that I remembered in the commentary as they'll fly it in. So it's been a long time as well coming into it. One of Bagnaia's strongest tracks as well. Where has that Bagnaia gone? And he's been whipped into submission by that of, I think, Marquez, as we see again the battling between the two. It's Maverick Vinales. Well, hang on, is that, am I incorrect with saying that's Pedro Acosta getting ahead of Fabio Di Gianantonio over 8th position. Digi's going to have the slipstream on the inside line down towards turn number 1. Late on the brakes, should be able to get that through, but that KTM super strong on the brakes.
Digi, though, had to lift there as Acosta went past him.
Yeah, so that's going to be a little bit of a look. He's come back on the inside line in 2 and 3, so yeah, Digi goes back through. We've got a separate camera for the top angles now, which shows us where Mark, Alex and the rest of the field are compared to everybody else as well. Really is a strange situation we've had so far this weekend.
7/10 gap now between Alex and Morbidelli.
How are they getting this quick and this strong? It's so impressive. And they're all basically the same bike. There's only an evolution between the two. And this is just how quick. Mark has raised Alex up massively when they were teammates last year. And Alex has taken all that knowledge about the GP24 bike and he's gone, right, okay, I'll use it.
I think it's similar to the VR46 lot. You learn off each other, and you know, their styles are pretty similar, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty simple. Yeah, they're pretty much identical, to be fair, on the VR46s. That's what makes Morbidelli and Digi so great. They're sort of identical, and that's what they need. And they've got the 25 bike as well. They've got the Evolution that Mark and Pecco have as well. That was the deal. Grassini have last year's bikes, and that's all the Ducati's got this year. The 8 down to the 6 as they fly through. What's this? The Cup moment, Bagnaia is outside of the points. Yeah, points go down to 9th place. He's in 11th. And through on the inside, we now see again another move from Digintonio, repassing Johan Zarco. Is now going to fall under pressure from Pietro Acosta coming into it. 7 laps to go. That will become 6 as we cross the line here at the Losail International Circuit. Marc Marquez leads to Alex Marquez second. Morbidelli, Quartararo, Viñales, Aldeguer ahead of Digil in there as well. So it's all starting to come to play as we trail in towards turn number 1 once more. And we just may as well keep the second camera open to see where the Marquezes are. That's just in the distance, and I wonder where Jules is this weekend. Is he in Grassini, or is he in Factory Ducati? I know he was in Factory Ducati last time out.
With it being a night race, there's a little twitch there.
Yeah, that's coming in from the back of Viñales, who is behind... Oh, is that Acosta behind Zarco, actually? Yeah, it is. Viñales also had a moment. I was reading on the monitor.
The temperature's pretty good still, but it's still... You know, a lot colder than they've been doing when they've been on the practices on Friday.
Yeah, the sun was sort of just above the circuit ahead of Friday, and then yesterday, even in the evening, it was more the wind, as we pointed out. Now it's still there, was it? Still, 33 degrees. It's still very hot out there, even at night. I mean, here in the UK, it's, what is it? I want to say 18 degrees. It's gone down a bit because the sun's gone in behind the cloud, but it's 6:15 in the UK, and you can really feel how much pressure you're getting from it as well. 6 to go, and Mark has been quicker by around about 1/10 to 100th over the last 3 laps. So they really have been holding that one together quite nicely. And this is where the strategy starts to just panic a little bit. Let's take a replay. This is Mark closing in, and this is just a super slow-mo because at the moment nothing's happening in the race. And yeah, sprint leader. I don't like these. There's always something going on in a race. We don't need these angles from Dorna here to say, oh, it's happening maybe somewhere. You might want to take a look at it sometime you feel the opportunity to. As Aldeguer proves my point, gets right behind Viñales. I had a drink and it's vanished as they come into the braking zone.
The Marquez brothers, they're both the sets of tyres are really still... super. There's no graining on them whatsoever at the moment.
No, what is it? Medium 6 and 6 between them, and they are just taking off. There's nothing, and surely, if everybody else can see that they're pulling away and they've got the same tyres on, they should know that their bike should be able to do that as well. As we've got a cluster going on here with Acosta, Zarco, Aguirre and Bagnaia. And Bagnaia's really struggling. This will be the first time all season that he's outside of the points paying positions. He's so struggling here. A track he's won at several times before. As Zarco comes under pressure from Aguirre, who sends it up the inside for 9th place. And, well, Pecco should have been there to capitalise. He's nowhere near enough to dive on the inside. Shocking manoeuvre, shocking positions coming through. Well, maybe they will try it eventually, as we see the lap times improving. And Aldeguer's ahead of Viñales. There he is on the inside line. Viñales twitches out the way.
I think you're right, though. I think Alex Marquez looks up to his brother so much, and he spends that much time behind him that he can actually copy whatever he's doing. Anything
you can do, I can do better sort of situation. Yeah, it's just a following the leader situation. The last time Mark won here in Qatar was in 2014. So many years he was out-dragged to the line by Dovizioso, then Lorenzo. It was kind of like a Austria situation. The Repsol Honda was just not quick enough on the straights, despite the battles we had at this circuit. But yeah, 2014 was the last time he won. Hang on, didn't he win in 2019? Yeah, it was 2019 because he was either. Oh, was this one of the ones he was second at?
Bagnaia's down in 11th place. Has he gone to find his friend, Jorge Martin?
Yeah, he probably has. Where is Martin? Martin's in 17th place. I would be amazed if he can get points tomorrow. That would be a big deal. I think a lot of people have been saying this will be the limitation as Aguirre for 8th place on the inside line sneaks back through on Pietro Acosta, and now still nothing from Bagnaia. Oh, and Martin's actually been given a track limits warning. It's just flashed up on my timing screen up here in the booth. So, yeah, I reckon he's starting to feel it now. He's got to be. What's happened? There we go. Digi's on the inside. Getting it. Oh, Vinales was very late realising he was there. And he almost fell off the bike, but he's got through. Position gained.
Acosta's just lost the position to Aguirre.
Okay, so that's put him down the order. So that's now put Acosta in the last points paying position. Bagnaia's in 10th. Zarco's dropped back. What's happened to Zarco? Because now that's put Bagnaia into 10th position.
It is strange the way that Bagnaia's tyres don't seem to operate in these sprint races as well as
Yeah,
they,
weird,
I
isn't it?
mean, that one earlier on where it nearly fell apart in the sprint race.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember that. It's
Couple of
really
rounds,
strange. It's got to
Oh,
be
Miller's down. Miller's
it's got to
down.
be his riding style.
Yeah, Miller's crashed. He's gone down somewhere on the monitor. I've just seen him. He's dropped down the order. And Zarco's down. What? Miller's dropped down a couple of places and Zarco's crashed out. I was just talking about him. That must got to be something wrong with the bike. So Zarco's crashed and Miller's dropped down. Now, they were nowhere near each other on the track. But Zarco is out of the race and we've had nothing from the TV feed to say that. But he's down. And he's into the pit lane. So whatever has happened, Zarco's back in. I wonder, then, if that's another technical issue.
Yeah, that's why he was dropping behind Bagnaia.
Happened in practice yesterday. Stopped at the end. Was it qualifying this morning? When was it? It was one of the two. He stopped out the circuit down at turn 1. And Bagnaia now going on the inside line of Acosta. And he's into the points. So he's still going to have those points paying positions. He doesn't want to give up on it just yet. And fair dues to him, but Acosta's now going to have to defend from Marco Bezzecchi, who's in 11th position. And will continue to have that attack on the outside run. I have no idea who's taken pole position. My goodness me, I've just seen who's in second on the grid. I don't know who's taken... Oh!
Is they still on the Formula 1 grid?
Yeah, Max P7.
Max has been having a terrible time. You came in earlier and said that Max was trying hard to get out of Q3.
I don't know the results
Q1.
because it's not coming out of my watch quick enough. I don't know who's taken pole position, so I apologise. I can't tell you. Charles is P3, so I've got it. Oh my God, are we in for a good race tomorrow? I'll read it out quickly. If you don't want to listen, mute. Piastri, Russell, Leclerc, Antonelli, Gasly, Norris, Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton, Tsunoda. It's all blown up in Bahrain.
At least we've got 2 Red Bulls
in the fight here as well, I suppose.
It's going to take a bit of time for Tsunoda to actually get used to the little quirks of the car. And it's the same. I was talking to Megan about it in the earlier broadcast. The Acosta has got to get used to the braking and things like that. He's I think he slipped back a little bit to what he did
just then as well. Yeah.
But he's getting there, and we know the talent he's got. He's going to be a leading contender within the next 2 years. And
as soon as you say it as well, case in point, he outbraked himself down to the last corner and allowed Marco Bezzecchi to go through on the inside line. Okay, so 2 laps to go, and yeah, confirmed that Zarco has retired. It's flashed up on my monitor blog below us here in the commentary box as well. Reminder to everybody watching that tomorrow's Grand Prix, Moto 3 live on JB Motorsports, Moto 2 is live on JB Motorsports 2, because that is going to be the world feed only, as we see at the battle for 7th on the inside line as Ayagura gets ahead of Maverick Vinales, and Bagnaia is right there to capitalise on it. And then Moto GP live as normal. That's just a little heads up for you all back home as well. So Moto 2, that is going to be live with the world feed from TNT Sports, because it's the only way we can bring you it live. And there through at the inside of turn 13, Bagnaia makes the move stick and gets ahead of Vinales. That secures him 8th position and more points. He's still not going to be pointless, but it's the first, I think that's the second time he's going to be off the podium. Coming into it, and Alex Marquez, Mr. Consistent, it's the last lap once again. It is going to be yet another. Well, this is round 4 of the season, and this is what? Race. Why can I hear? There you go. Oh, dear. Track noise is gone.
Track noise has gone.
Yeah. Something's gone wrong. There we go. It's back now. Sorry about that. I just heard Hodgson in my ear. Yeah, for some reason. Very loud.
You're hearing Neil.
I'm hearing Neil, yeah. So basically, what this is going to be, 4 races in. This is going to be the 7th time that Alex Marquez has finished in 2nd position. Unbelievable. Mark is going to win again. That's going to be 6 out of 7 races so far this year. Not bad.
And unless something goes drastically wrong,
yeah,
you know, the Marquez brothers get another podium.
Yeah, another 1-2 lockout as well when they finish races. That'll be the 6th out of 7th time that's happened this year as well. It just a lot of differences. Mark back to winning ways then. Same as what it was like. You crash out at Kota, you're back to winning. It's never been either first or second
to be
throughout
honest,
the weekend.
it was only the damage to his arm that stopped him before. He's the talent's there, the vision in his head is there to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it.
He hasn't lost it. This is why he's an 8-time world champion, and this is going to be another victory to add to his crown. He's into the last sector now. He's got 2 more corners left before he'll get through, but Aldeguer's having a battle as well with Fabio Quartararo and Franco Morbidelli. This is over the bronze medal and the podium spot. Quartararo's going to launch it up the inside. There's still a couple of corners left. It is the last corner, and it is the last lap across the line. Quartararo's gone too wide. That's cost him. Marc Marquez will cross the line, and Marc Marquez once again wins for the first time here in any form since 2014 in that dominant championship year, and he takes it. And Marini gets passed by Binder at the line. Alex Marquez second, Morbidelli goes third, ahead then of Aldeguer, Quartararo and Di Giannantonio as well.
Great race by Morbidelli to come in third.
That was more like it. 1-2 again, and Ducati continue their streak of running out the podium here, and Aldeguer makes it a Ducati top 4. Yamaha spoil it for not making it a top 6 with all their riders, because Quartararo goes through as well, and then we get Bagnaia down in 8th place, just losing out on it as well. So that was a slight disappointment.
Having 2 VRs in the top 6, that's got to be good for tomorrow.
Massively good, massively good. As we're having a lot of problems with the track noise, so I'll just turn it down now that the race is over. So, there we go. Marc Marquez wins again. He just can't stop winning. No matter how much pressure, how much time, it closes through once more. And they've gone to an ad break, which means I've got to actually unplug it anyway. So it's not too bad there for the sprint race. So let's go through the official results then. It is going to be Marc Marquez victorious from Alex Marquez second, Franco Morbidelli third, Fermin Aldeguer in 4th, Fabio Quartararo 5th, Fabio Di Giannantonio goes 6th. Ayagura is in 7th position, I think, coming through there on the monitor. Yeah, I think that's the correct one. So yeah, 7th, and then Bagnaia 8th, and Bezzecchi picks up the last point. Vinales is in 10th, Acosta 11th, Rins in 12th, Bashiri 13th, Binder 14th, Marini 15th, Martin 16th, Ralph Fernandez 17th, Augusto Fernandez 18th, Jack Miller 19th, and Songkat Chandra goes in 20th. And the only retirement came from Johan Zarco, actually finishing out on the circuit. Plenty more to come today, plenty more to do. Next up, I think it's Formula E. I don't know if that's right or not. I'm going to double check for you. Oh, hang on. That's kind of counterproductive. I need to get on the other stream to do that, because that just takes over the window capture. So I shall find out where we are next. Yes, it's the Formula E Miami E-Prix next up here on JB Motorsports, alongside the NASCAR Bristol practice and qualifying. And then it's IndyCar Long Beach qualifying at 7:30. And then the races tonight, IMSA starts at 10. And then Bristol also starts at the same time for Xfinity. It's Marc Marquez then, who returns to winning ways. What's your closing thoughts?
Marquez brothers do it again.
Good idea. Thanks, Dad. We'll see you tomorrow for Formula 1. So it is Marc Marquez victorious here in Losail for the first time since 2014. We'll be back tomorrow. Moto 3 live on JB Motorsports alongside Moto GP, and Moto 2 live here on JB Motorsports 2. Thanks for your company. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.